number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Yellow, there's a line. Yellow, yellow. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's get go. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field.
Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Check. 53's Mike. 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
53's the mic. Yellow. Hey, I'm coming after you. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. We all attack. We own them.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Ricky.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Caught by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns 7-yard line.
Yellow. I go on, 80, 15. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, get him. You got it.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Go, run.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Yellow. 53's mine. Guys, it's game situation.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, Mayfield. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check 26, check 26. Check safety, check safety.
Mayfield looks to throw. This one complete to Ingram. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Room here to run. A big play that time out of Chubb. 51 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Check 52. General West.
From the red zone now, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Second down and goal. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Alert 3, alert 3. 2 jet bombers, 2 jet bombers. My God.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He gets this one to Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Mayfield to throw it. Uses the stiff arm. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 99. Real. Hey, echo. 57's right. Watch the pass. Point it right. 57's Mike 57.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To throw, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after here coming up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down now, Barkley, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Mahomes firing complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, Riblin. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Bravo. Mike 53. Watch the backer. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got
Five.
Mayfield down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready? Three down. Check number 6. Check the backer. Check 3.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield looking left sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check back. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Come off the ball. Hey, alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
Point it right. Check.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's the run? They're running it. Kill. Out. No. Run. Hurry. Alert. Recon.
Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. It's caught by OBJ. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down.
Set. 180. Watch the screen. Okay, alert 33. 6-6. Pull it high. Set.
First down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and now it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
80 weapons. Check, he's coming, he's coming. Hey, high 7. Corner's the mic. Squeeze.
A second down throw for Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the eye. Hey, alert. X3, 218, chop it. Switch.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Attack!
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
Back.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
You gotta go, baby.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Mike 51, Mike 51. It's going to be a 43. It's going to be a long day.
Mahomes now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You think you're going to get this? Yellow.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Catch made by Slayton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And again, it's Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the draw, this is Barkley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Mayfield on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
Set, 180. 54. Got one. Check. Lucky. Check. I got it.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Hey, point it right. Real. Greystone, travel. Rush in.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Pick it up. Mike spot 9. Watch the screen.
Mahomes now on 1st down. On the move to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Giants 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's up past the 10 to about the 12. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch out, watch out. Pilot, 64, weak. Regular. 57's the mic. Watch 57. It's a party now. Run. It's a party now. Kill.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Check 31. Check. Real. Check.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tighten up.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He's got a 1st down past the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 49-yard line.
Good. 180.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
A give running right is Chubb. Finding room inside the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.